You have a new team member who doesn't sleep, it doesn't ask for a raise, and if you delegate to it badly, it will embarrass you in front of your leadership faster than any human direct report ever could. Let's make sure that's not you.
In a world full of noise, making the right choice can be hard. Uncle Gary, real advice, better decisions.
Hello everybody, Uncle Gary here. Welcome back to the channel. We have a very interesting topic to discuss today. That new team member is an AI agent. And here's the problem nobody's saying out loud. Every management playbook you were ever handed assumes that you're delegating to a person who needs context, who builds trust over time, who you coach and who grows. And nobody wrote the chapter on delegating to something that takes your instructions completely and executes instantly at scale without a social feedback loop that usually catches your mistakes before they become expensive. So there are 3 rules I can give managers who are stepping into this new hybrid human AI team structure. Let's unpack them. Number 1, scope the boundary before the task, not after. With a human direct report, ambiguity is self-correcting. The person reporting to you will usually pause. They'll ask a clarifying question, maybe get it slightly wrong in a way, and you'll catch it in a 5-minute check-in within a day or 2. An agent doesn't do that by default. Ambiguity that a junior employee would flag, an agent will just execute anyway, confidently, and hand you a fully formed wrong answer. So the discipline shifts upstream. And before you hand off any task, you need to explicitly define that data that it can touch and what the boundary for that decision is and what it's allowed to make, what decisions it's allowed to make on its own. And more precisely, what's the exact condition that should stop it and escalate to you? If you can't articulate that boundary in 1 sentence, you're not ready to delegate that task yet. Full stop. Number 2, audit the outcome, not the effort. With people, you can coach process. I like how you approach that. Let's refine your method, you might say to your teams. With an agent, there is no how it felt to work through it. There's only what it produced and whether that output was correct, safe, and on brief. This means you and your management energy has to move from process coaching to outcome auditing. Spot check the work, build a sampling cadence, treat it the way a pilot treats instrument checks, not because you distrust the system, but because the trust without verification is how small errors become systemic ones over time. I've seen teams skip this because auditing feels like, well, busy work compared to real management. It's not busy work. It's now the entire job. Number 3, protect your humans' judgment work. This is the one people miss because it's counterintuitive. The instinct is to hand agents everything that's tedious. Resist that instinct selectively. Some of that tedious work is actually how your junior people build the pattern recognition they'll need in 5 years to become the senior judgment holders your organization depends on. If you automate away every rep, you get a team that's fast today and hollow in 3 years. Nobody left who can smell when something's not right, because nobody ever did the work enough times to develop that instinct. You want to delegate the execution, but protect the reps or the agents or the people in your teams that build judgment. Put those 3 together, and you've got a very different picture of what good delegation means in 2026. It's not about offloading as much as possible to the agent. It's about being deliberate, scope tightly, audit constantly, and protect the human development pipeline underneath it all. That's a harder job than old school delegation. It's also the job that separates managers who scale from managers who quietly become the bottleneck. So what's the point? The managers who win this decade aren't the ones resisting delegation to AI. And they're also not the ones handing over everything blindly to it either. They're the ones who build the operating model deliberately before their teams build a messy version of it for them. If you're managing a hybrid team right now with zero explicit boundary model, that's this week's priority for you. Tell me in the comments what task you're most nervous to hand to an agent, and I guarantee you won't be the only one. That's what I wanted to talk about. I hope you found value in this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.